Starting at the age of 2, a young boy took a fascination with golf. At the age of 3, he shot 48 over 9 holes at a Navy golf course in Cypress, California. He was the youngest ever to win the Junior World Championships, competing in them 6 times and having 4 consecutive wins. He was named Golf Digest Amateur Player of the Year and Golf Week National Amateur of the Year. He turned professional in August of 1996 and signed endorsement deals worth $40 million to Nike and $20 million to Titleist. In 2006, he was known as the highest paid professional athlete, with over $100 from endorsements and winnings. His total number of wins are 11 Amateur Tour wins, 62 PGA Tour wins, 7 European Tour wins, and 17 other wins. This man is who we all know of as Tiger Woods. I believe that Tiger Woods would agree with me in saying that golf is a great sport. Though the origin of golf is unknown, it is believed to began in Scotland around the 1100s. Around this time, the Chinese also came up with a similar game to golf. But golf started with 11 holes, which you played one way, and then you turned around and played them back the other way, which had the grand total of 22 holes. But now, in 1764, well, back then, it originated into our 18-hole game. All of us in this classroom are hopefully graduating in a few months, and we are going to be leaving high school and also high school sports. So, learning a skill for sports outside of high school is probably a good idea, and I believe that golf is one of these sports we should learn. Golf is a sport where you have a small white ball, which you hit with a club or an iron, and you try to get the ball into a hole. And the goal is to get it in the hole with as least strokes as possible. I believe golf is a great sport for many reasons. First, it relieves stress. Second, it's a great place to do business. Third, it gets you out and exercising, as many sports do. And there's no injuries that golf causes. It is also not aggressive, verbally or physically, because of a code of ethics. Golf relieves stress. When you go out in the fresh air, the birds are singing, the sun is shining, the sky is blue. It's just, you get all of this, the weight on your shoulders gets lifted off. You can deal with difficult decisions better. You can confront your mother about a bad grade. And you can also work on your homework better. You can write a speech, and it's probably due in a couple weeks, or study for a test that's in a couple days. My dad is a salesman. He sells flavors to the food industry, and he uses the golf course as a business place, a place to do business. His boss takes him on golfing trips to discuss new business plans, to see how the company's doing, just to get to know my dad better. My dad takes customers on golfing trips so that he can introduce new products, so that he can sell them. He also asks them if there's anything that he can, a new product that he can make for them, any new flavors that they're interested in. And it's all about atmosphere, my dad tells me. He said it's much easier to do a business deal outside in the sun when everything's happy than in a boardroom, which is like a cubicle with a table and black chairs and a whiteboard. So golf is also not overly exhausting. It's not a contact-to-contact sport. You may be tired at the end of it, but you're not exhausted. Unlike football, golf is not very aggressive. It's not aggressive to the other player. Football players get injuries a lot, and some of them have become paralyzed, and some injuries have even caused their deaths. But golf is not like this. The only injuries you could get from it is reoccurring injuries from the past that are coming back to haunt you. That's why a lot of people take up this sport, because they do not want to get injured. Also, it's not verbally aggressive. There's no swearing or name calling or degrading on a golf course. So because of the code of ethics, which requires golfers to respect other players, to be polite and courteous. Some people may say that golf is for older men and women only. I do not believe this. My friends in Chicago, they would play every Saturday, and they're teenagers, and they loved it. They would compete against each other nicely, and they would try to beat their previous sport or goal. But it is true that older men and women do play it because it's easy on their bodies. It's not overly strenuous. So we are going to get older, so maybe this is a sport that we should do for future references. Because when we get older, we may not be able to play lacrosse or volleyball or basketball. So golf is not boring as some people might think. I, for one, know that golfing is not boring. And trying to hit a small white ball with a stick with a little end on it to an invisible hole is not boring, it's mind-boggling. But the last argument is that golfing is, people may say it's really expensive, which it is. Golfing is one of the more expensive sports, but this shouldn't be a reason for you not to play. There are many ways that you can cut down on the costs, such as golfing at night or at dusk. My dad does this in Florida with my grandfather when they go golfing, and it actually can be more enjoyable because you're not in the blazing sun getting sunburned. You know, it's cooler, you know, and there's not many people on the golf course yet either. Also, depending on how often you want to play golf, joining a club could greatly cut down your costs. If you play more than once a month, paying for a little fee for a club could really make your day more enjoyable. So I hope after this speech you appreciate golf more, and you realize that it really is a great sport. Believe it or not, we're going to get older, and we are not going to be able to play the sports we do now. If we do, we'll be sitting on bags of ice packs for a couple weeks. So I encourage you to pick up this sport. Some of you may get a job where your boss likes to play golf, and he wants, you know, he'll ask you to play golf with him to discuss a new business plan. You don't want to say no, because you don't want to, you know, sound like you're not interested or anything. But you don't want to say yes and then be embarrassed in front of him and have him teach you how to play instead of talking about the business. So I encourage you this summer to go out into the sunshine and on a great day and learn to get the skill to play golf, because golf really is a great sport.
You did great.